Namaskar. Hello and welcome to P Guru's channel. I'm your host Sree Iyer. Part 1 of our double header tonight with Sumit Peer and the part 2 will be with 𝗤𝙪 Iyer at 10 p.m. So do come back for that also. Now let's talk about what is happening in Uttar Pradesh, because many of us are in denial as to how BJP, which considered UP as its bastion, did so poorly. We have done a couple of programs. Shantanu Gupta was there yesterday and we analyzed it. But there are more things that are coming out. And to know all this and more, let's welcome our guest of the day, Sumit Peer. Sumit ji, namaskar, Ram Ram, Radhe Radhe, how are you?
Jai Siya Ram, Radhe Radhe, all good and fine, sir, with the Kripa of Lord Maha Debacle and your Ashirwad, sir. Right, sir.
Thank you, Sumit ji. It's one thing that is gale mein aakar atak raha hai. If I have to give you the exact thing, everyone ऐसा कैसे हो गया? How did UP lose? How did BJP lose so many seats in Uttar Pradesh? And if it is just a matter of one ad and one campaign where they surreptitiously did a few things, then the same thing could be repeated. And the elections are just around the corner, because 2 years from now, UP is going to elections. In fact, in Maharashtra, I see a welcome development. Fadnavis resigned as Deputy Chief Minister and he said, I am going to go work for the party. That corrective action tells a lot. In Uttar Pradesh, we are still waiting to see whose mistake it was, because this is a matter of individuals. There is absolutely no doubt about that, in my mind at least. So I'm hoping, see, you are in the news media day, like from the time your eyes open to the time your eyes close. We have a little bit of break here and there. So please enlighten us what you are hearing, and also let's connect some dots here. Over to you, sir.
Sir, in the name of Bhagwan Sree Ganesha, let's do the Sree Ganesha of today's vlog. And thanks to everybody for joining in and giving us their love and support. Well, you're absolutely right, sir. One thought, one idea, one sentence, जो किसी के गले नहीं उतरा, nobody can fathom that thought. How can BJP do such a performance in UP? How can Akhilesh Babu do such a miracle in UP? And how can Rahul Gandhi pull 6 or 7 seats out in UP? This is something which nobody is ready to believe. And as the things are going by, as the things are coming out in the media from various sources, now a lot of them are in the media, a lot of things are out in the open. If we look at what happened, sir, a couple of things which are very, very almost sure, based on the information which is out in the media, based on the grapevine talk, based on some sources. If you combine everything, what does it add up? The first thing which adds up is that Yogi Adityanath ji had sent a list. We don't know how much that list is. Some people talk 38, some talk more, some talk less. We don't know how big that list is. Now that was sent in, and somebody in the HQ rejected that list. And that list was not considered. An alternate list was given. And you see, if you look at the sitting MPs, I think out of 43, if my memory serves me right, 36 of them lost. So there was a lot of anti-incumbency against the sitting MPs. They needed a change. They needed things to go right. But unfortunately, the list given by Yogi ji could not meet the standards, or whatever happened, that got rejected. And a lot of sitting MPs and all, they kind of went through. For example, Ayodhya MP Lallu Singh. There was a lot of resentment against Lallu Singh as a person. Kisi se milte nahi, he doesn't want, he doesn't talk, he doesn't do this. There were a lot of problems with him there. There are also some small-time allegations. Our land was taken, revenues were not given, and all that. But they keep on happening with every acquisition. That's not a big deal. But people did not like Lallu Singh. Still, Lallu Singh was given the ticket. If you give a ticket to the Lallu Singh, then the result may not be favorable. I'm not saying you know that it will not be. It may not be. One thing. Second thing, if you have one of the MPs who said 26/11 was RSS ki Sazish, that person was given ticket. If that person gets ticket, obviously the cadres do not gel with that. That was another reason why, there are a lot of such instances which keep on coming here and there, keep on coming. We keep on analyzing them. One more aspect was there. There were a lot of people who joined BJP during the elections. Now, most of them were given tickets. And the people who got tickets, if my data is right, I think out of 143 such names, 132 or something lost. It may not be correct, but 80 to 90% of the people who were turncoats, you can say safely, who were given tickets, when they fought the election, they lost the election. What happened on the ground? Your own karyakartas, your own people who have been working for years and years and years and have been dedicatedly working, they did not get a chance. Lot of posts within the organization, within the various departments of organization at a national level, at a state level, got hijacked by those people. And the people who are working for years, they were hoping to get something, they were just left out because we imported somebody, directly we gave him a national post, we gave him a state level post, and the people who are working for years, they felt left out. It's not they rebelled and they voted and voted for Congress. No, that enthu was not there, that motivation was not there. And the third factor which happened is very, very evident now, which is a wake-up call for BJP as such. Amidst giving everything, Muslims have not voted for you. First, I talked about it at around 3 o'clock on, I think on 4th of June on NewsX 3 to 5. If anybody can see it's still on the YouTube, the clips. I was the first one to say, when I looked through the data, when I opened my iPad, looked through the data, I said Muslims have not voted. They are voting against the BJP. It was happened. Then Republic TV, then Rajat Sharma ji, India TV, then Sushant Sinha of Times Now Bharat. A lot of people have resonated the same voice that Muslims have not voted for you and Muslims have voted against you. In fact, Rajat Sharma ji showed a video where a panchayat of Muslims was done and it was clearly told, do not bother about a candidate, do not bother about anything. It happened in Pune, in Maharashtra. Vote for anybody who can defeat BJP. And this is exactly, Sree sir, if you remember, on the day of elections, I've been exactly telling you that is what my sources tell me and that is what the results tell me. Vote for any candidate which can defeat the BJP. You do a combination of these 3-4 things. This did the magic. And this is how BJP lost. Now, BJP hope that people will vote for them, people will not vote against them, or they will be neutral in their approach. But at the end of the day, all things did not carry on. So if I add these 3 things together, this is how the things went bad. And there were some peripheral reasons where there was support vis-a-vis, the need of ISS or RSS or not. There was a small controversy over Bhagwa Color. There were things about, Mathura Kashi. There were things about secularism and non-secularism. So these 3-4 things also cropped up here and there. But overall, the main reason I would say is the list, is the turncoats, and third is the Muslims voting specially to defeat BJP. If I add these 3 to the kind of result what we have got is still a better result. Because I'll tell you one thing today. We did a tie-up with Jayant Chaudhary. If there was no tie-up with Jayant Chaudhary, forget the 2 seats which Jayant won. He also influences 8 seats around them. So if Jayant would have not been there, you would have lost 8 more seats. And if Yogi Adityanath ji was not the Mukhyamantri of Uttar Pradesh, the numbers would be different. So still things work for us, and we have to thank Lord Jagannath in Orissa who saved the day for us. But I understand and appreciate in politics there can be mistakes, you can do miscalculations. But unfortunately, this time around, there were 3 big errors which happened together, which added up together, and that is why the result was there. Now, what was the motivation behind them? What were the reasons behind them? That is for the BJP to introspect and understand what went wrong, and where exactly did the calculations go wrong. Because at the end of the day, sir, Delhi ka darwaza UP se khulta hai. You have a point.
Yeah, I want to show a video that Sumit ji put. It's in Hindi, but it reflects exactly what he just said now. Please watch this one.
घर दिया, नल दिया, आयुष्मान दिया, उज्ज्वला दिया, प्रज्वला दिया, समान निधि, डीबीटी दिया, वैक्सीन लगाया, सब किया, लिया तो सब, पर जल दिया, घर दिया, नल दिया, आयुष्मान दिया, उज्ज्वला दिया, प्रज्वला दिया, समान निधि दी, डीबीटी दिया, वैक्सीन लगाया, सब किया, लिया तो सब, पर वोट नहीं दिया। अगर आप यूपी में, केरला में, वेस्ट बंगाल की सीटों का आकलन करेंगे तो आपको लगेगा मुसलमानों ने एक तरफा वोटिंग वहाँ की है जहाँ भाजपा हारती हो। और अगर आपको विश्वास नहीं हो रहा तो वेस्ट बंगाल में जो एमपी चुन के आए उनके नाम देख लीजिएगा, आपको सारी भ्रांतियाँ दूर हो जाएंगी। विडम्बना ये है कि 56.7% टर्नआउट होता है बारामूला में और जीतता कौन है? जेल में बंद आतंकवादी रशीद इंजीनियर और उमर अब्दुल्ला हार जाते हैं, और यहाँ डिब्रूगढ़ के जेल में बंद जीता है अमृतपाल। तो इन सब चीज़ों का आकलन करने की ज़रूरत है। और मैं आज को आपको ये बता दूं, वेस्ट बंगाल में अगर फ्री एंड फेयर इलेक्शन कराना है, ममता दीदी के राज्य में नहीं हो सकता। प्रेसिडेंट राज के सिवा कोई विकल्प नहीं है। नमस्कार।
बिल्कुल सर, थैंक यू फॉर ब्रिंगिंग दिस अप, एंड दिस इज एग्जैक्टली व्हाट हैपेंड. This was not anticipated. This was not budgeted for. तो क्या मतलब we had to put a different kind of candidates. A different set of people need to be introduced. You know, they have been, look, Delhi. Look, sir, Sree sir, compare it with Delhi. Except Manoj Tiwari, all the 6 candidates were changed. You won all 7 out of 7 seats, right? Even Meenakshi Lekhi ji was not given the tickets. Bansuri was given the ticket. Bansuri is a new kid to the politics. She's a very young, bright, I would say she's a very young, bright, younger sister of mine. But she's quite young that way. But she got into the politics and she made it. Now, when Delhi, the candidates could be changed, right? Why in UP, there were 43 sitting MLA MPs which were given ticket? Why didn't we change them in UP? When Yogi ji sent a list, this should have been considered at a very, decimal level. At times, there was anti-incumbency against the candidates, but still they were given. Who suggested whom? We don't know. What was the logic? We don't know. What were the possible pros and cons? We don't know. But there's something which went wrong. How didn't we anticipate Muslims are not waiting for BJP? And how was such a calculation done that you? And I have one thing to add here. Today I was reading the newspaper in the morning, and I was shattering. I had this cup of tea in my hand. I was about to fall down. I am reading that knives are out. Mr. K. Annamalai needs to be removed because he has not delivered one single seat. So Annamalai needs to be slaughtered. He has hundreds of crores of defamation suits on him. He has I don't know how many cases on him. And he's not a dynast. He's not a son of a rich man. He's a son of a farmer. So you want to check out Annamalai because he has not won one seat. Sir, I want to ask very humbly one question. Now BJP and Sangh has this Muslim Morcha. And BJP has a cadre which is lakhs of Muslims. Now, if these lakhs of Muslims put together across India cannot get you one seat, does the same logic apply on them also? What about those Muslim faces which have been mainstreamed? If all these people cannot get put together, get one seat, so will same logic be applied on them only, or is because it will be only applied on Annamalai? These are the things which need to be discussed. Ultimately, if you look at the vote percentage, sir, it has deteriorated by around 8 points, 0.8 points in overall. It was supposed to go up to 42, 43. I have been always saying that there is a very hardcore 6% Hindu voter which will not come out to vote. Now, if somewhere you can say they are Thakur, somewhere you can say they are Brahman, somewhere you can say they are, Yadav, somewhere you can say they differ from state to Lingayats, wherever. They differ from state to state. Now, when that pro-Hindu image of BJP took a beating, it was not seen as that hardcore Hindu party. These people will not vote for Rahul Gandhi. They will not come and vote. So imagine if you had that 42, 43% vote share, today the equation would be something different. Even 400 par was not impossible. So something has happened. Why this time the cadres could not be mobilized? Did RSS work at 100% efficiency? There's a question mark. Even I am told at some booths after 1 or 2 o'clock, the Panna Promukhs had disappeared. Why did they disappear? These are the things which need to be really thought about at an organizational level. You were making points.
Yeah, a couple of things. There's a lot of information coming out. Some of the knives drawn against Annamalai, saying that he has done poorly, as well as that if the coalition had stayed with ADMK, the results would have been different. Some people are saying that, one, of course, there is some frustration. Second, there has been instances, because I know by looking at tweets, or should I say posts these days, that there have been things which perhaps the team of Annamalai could have done better. Let me explain to you guys a little bit of how things are organized in Tamil Nadu. There is an IT cell wing of the state. There is an IT wing, BJP TN, right? That is done by one individual. There is another Annamalai's own hardcore team. Inside his team, he has his own war room. That war room does strategy. That war room also tries to keep out criticism of anything of Annamalai the person. Okay, so it is believed, and I don't want you guys have to connect some dots. I know what I'm saying is the truth. When something not so favorable came at Annamalai or around Annamalai, this war room IT team would take amazing amount of vitriol. It was just like what you would see in the other side. Not understanding that this is a well-meaning advice, they would just say अन्नामलई के बारे में कुछ बोल दिया तो हम आपको ठोक देंगे. इस तरह का एक वर्ताव था. This kind of an attitude was there. Okay, viewers, थोड़ा ठंडे दिमाग से सोचना है, because these are all little things. All these things add up, because for BJP to do well in Tamil Nadu, a lot of stars had to line up perfectly. Okay, that was the thing. Also, the second thing that you mentioned, see, there were, how many interviews did Modi give? Over 200 this time. Over 200. It is believed in one of his interviews, because I'm coming directly to what you mentioned about Kattar Hindus not showing up. In one of the interviews, he mentioned that I think something to the effect that sometimes he ate food that was cooked in Muslim household or something to that effect. Guys, I'm putting it out there. You guys can do the research, or you can put it by way of chats where he said that. Some of these things are sensitive. Right or wrong has got nothing to do with it. As a prime minister, he has to take everybody along. Yes. But if you say something like that, that could be hurting some sentiments. I'm just trying to understand why that 6% always BJP group did not show up across India. सोचने की बात है. This is perception. Politics is all about perception, right? So these are all little things. Back to you, sir.
Sir, if this 6% group would have shown up, the vote share would have been 43. 43 400 par was quite possible. So there are things which went not properly as per the course of the election. And Sree sir, if I can be direct and not politically correct, you can try to woo Muslims, but they are not going to vote for you. Why don't your Rajya Dharma is 100. When it comes to Rajya Dharma, it's 100. But when it's Rajniti is 80-20. You know what I'm trying to say. Rajya Dharma is 100. You have to do for 100% of the people. But Rajniti is 80-20. That is what Yogi ji has been saying. Hemant Biswa Sarma, what does he say? Miya ji ko to vote chahiye nahi, Miya ji to vote dega hi nahi. Hemant Biswa Sarma says that, right? So when you know I am saying for Rajya Dharma, do 100% for everybody. I'm not saying leave anybody before. 100%. But Rajniti has to be based on 80-20. Rajniti is not based on 100. So you increase the footprint. So basically what happened, the vote percentage fell by around 8.8, less than 1%. Though footprint increased, you got a seat in Kerala, which is well taken. But overall, the density of the vote decreased. And what happened on the other side? The consolidation of the vote happened on the other side. So when you add up the two things, and the candidates were not right, there was anti-incumbency against the candidates. Sir, when in Delhi we could change all the 6 candidates, sir. Aam Aadmi Party ne edi choti ka zor laga. They tried tooth and nail to win Delhi. They could not. Kejriwal ji tried every trick of the book. He could not win Delhi because you sussed there's something wrong. You changed the candidates. Why candidates were not changed in UP? Why did you give tickets to 46 existing MPs? So there is something which went wrong. Let's admit it. There's something which went wrong. And unfortunately, it was a Haryana. We will not be even talking about it because Haryana is a small state. Himachal will not be even talking about it. But it's UP. The gateway of Delhi goes through UP. So the need of the hour is an organizational revamp, is a revamp at the every level. And my advice, if it matters somebody, is let's forget this Muslim vote. If you, all the cadre, goddamn, cannot get 1 seat and lose 60 seats, then bhaiya, bahut mehenga soda hai. So that is something. And sir, fact remains, all the 240 seats which came, they came by the Hindu vote only. Name me 1 seat in length and breadth of the country out of these 240 seats where Muslim vote got you a seat. Name me 1 seat. Sir, you ask your backup team to do analysis, you will not be able to give me one thing. I know there's no need. But if we would have been more, like we could have free temples. We could have done a UCC. We could have even done, what do you call as a Waqf Act, something, Places of Worship Act. There's some things we could have been which would be seen pro-Hindu. But unfortunately, the things, what happened, though I'm saying Raj Dharma is 100%, but Rajniti is 80-20. I don't think I can be more direct than this. Raj Dharma 100% ka, Rajniti 80-20 hai. So you have to know where to kind of hedge your bets on, what to hedge your bets on. Look that infamous Rampur seat. 3,000 Muslim votes, 533 houses given. Out of that, not even one single vote given to BJP. What does that tell you? That tells you a lot. So, did the candidates have to be put according to the new flavor? Possibly yes. What did they, what did write that? So these are the things which. So now, what did they do? So what could stop from freeing temples from government clutches? That does not impact Muslims in any way, right? Temples out of government hands. How does it impact Muslims anyway? So these are the challenges which the people are baffling with, and all the feedback which we are getting, Sree sir, is from the people and sources. There's no way we can get feedback into the system, but people, sources, they all give us this feedback. Sumit ji, this is what has been happening. This is what is happening. I mean, let's forget whatever has happened in the past. It's water under the bridge. But can we do the changes now? Can we? Because there are 2 years down the line, we have the Lok Sabha Chunav, the UP Assembly Chunav, and 6 months down the line, we have the Maharashtra Chunav. So we must gear up for that, and we must be ready how to handle this Chunav and how to gear up for that. And in the meanwhile, if we move our now discussion to the INDI Alliance, now I think officially, as per Mr. Pawan Khera and as per Mr. Gopal Rai, Aam Aadmi party is out of INDI Alliance, and Mr. Khera was very clear. Bhai, this alliance was only for the Lok Sabha polls, so there is no alliance after that. Mamata Didi is also tuning away from the Aam Aadmi Alliance. Uddhav is also tuning away from the Aam Aadmi Alliance. So these are the 2-3 things which we are seeing, which are happening on the ground. So INDI Alliance, I think, is started breaking up. Now, what I read around an hour back is that Mamata Didi is hinting at INDI Alliance might form, might put in an application or put in a stake to form the government. I don't know how is that possible, because mathematically it doesn't seem to be possible. But I have been seeing 2 disturbing pictures also. There was a flight which took off from Patna for Delhi. I see Nitish Babu and Tejasvi Yadav on the same flight. First, Nitish Babu in the front seat, Tejasvi Yadav in the back seat. When the flight takes off in the air, both are in the same seat. Well, it can be coincidence. I don't know. I have seen Chandrababu Naidu ji meeting MK Stalin. Well, it can be business as usual, or it can be something else. So we don't know what exactly is happening. We really don't know what exactly is happening.
He also met DK Shivkumar on the airport tarmac. That video also is available. We have shown it on one of our channels. Look, we are not casting aspersions, okay? We are not casting aspersions. These are all people, same party for many years sometimes, and they are now in different parties. Whatever it is, just understand. Trust but verify. Trust but verify. Carry a big stick and talk softly. These are all things that are used in US. Whenever you have this kind of a, talmail, when you have something like that, you have to be always conscious of this. Back to you.
I think, but even people of the NDA have to realize one thing. They fought a joint election with Prime Minister Modi. Even their mandate is because of Prime Minister Modi. Modi ji campaigned for Chandrababu Naidu. Modi ji campaigned from Nitish Kumar. Whatever seats they have got, they have to remember it is Prime Minister Modi who got you those seats. So you better, know what is the origin of the things. That is my humble suggestion to them. And so far as the INDI Alliance is concerned, sir, it is breaking up. I can see Mamata Didi already moving out of the alliance. I see Uddhav Babu is a matter of time if something can be worked out with him. Uddhav Babu will kind of move back to UPA. That is a strong possibility. And even if I look at Maharashtra, sir, tying up with NCP Ajit Pawar, what is the point? I think he got 1 seat or maybe 4, I don't know what. Even one seat. Even his wife lost. Sunetra ji lost. So, I talked to a lot of guys in Maharashtra. Maine kaha, bhai, kya hua? What happened? They told me, Sumit bhai, this NCP has such a powerful image vis-a-vis corruption. And BJP had such a clean image. Devendra Fadnavis, they're clean guys. I mean, I met Fadnavis ji and all, we're all clean guys. I say, when you tie up with him, you ended up losing 10 seats. That tie-up costed BJP 10 seats, and unfortunately, Eknath Shinde ji could not transfer the complete vote himself. 𝗤𝘗𝙗 got what, 8 or 9 seats 𝗤𝘗𝙗 got? So
it was split 10 and 9. Yeah.
So if Eknath ji would have got all the seats, that would have been ideal. So basically, if you look at the whammy, double whammy, this alliance or this Gathbandhan costed 20 seats in Maharashtra. Tie-up with MCP, Ajit Dada, costed 8 to 9 seats. Easily 8 to 9 seats to BJP. So if BJP would have gone alone, it would have been much better. That is why Fadnavis Saab said, let me resign and let me build the party. Look at Maharashtra, sir. Whenever BJP has gone alone, it has done much better. So these are the things which need to be contemplated. Now, we can't say we are more wiser than the 𝗣𝗏. You know, they got Orissa, I mean, they got Arunachal, SKM, they got Sikkim, Andhra, they are in power. You can't say we are thousands than the 𝗣𝗏, but there are some things which look to be quite evident. You know, and alliance can go wrong, mathematics can go wrong, anybody can do a mistake. There's no problem in that. But when this is what I am reflecting here and what P Guru channel is reflecting here is the common perception on the ground. What do people think? Log kya sochte hain? Right? Why did we end up tying with Ajit Dada? I have no idea. What was the gain out of that? I have no idea. So these are the things. While as if you look at Assam, full score. If you look at Madhya Pradesh, Mamaji delivered everything. Mamaji 29 mein se 29 seats. You know, I congratulate the CM of Madhya Pradesh, Mr. Yadav. You know, 29 out of 29. Himachal, Uttaranchal, everybody did. Even Rajasthan was not too bad looking at the things. Haryana, I would say, was not too bad looking at the things. Even if you look at Rajasthan, sir, that unfortunately that there was problem with the Rajputs. That thing did not properly got settled. Again, Rajputs are those Kattar Hindus, right? They're very those Kattar Hindus. So these things get to, in UP, I'm hearing there was some rift between the Thakurs. Again, Thakurs are very strong-headed Kattar Hindus. So we need to take them along. What happened last time, sir? The image of Modi ji and the image of Bhajpa was so strong, was so pro-Hindu. These all caste divisions did not happen. I'll be very candid, sir. Castes are like springs. You put a very heavy weight of Hindutva on them, the springs will be down. You loosen this weight, the springs will throw the weight out. It is a very simple thing. If your Hindutva plan goes low or gets less in intensity, the caste springs will throw the weights out and caste will emerge again. You cannot you have to keep them under control for next 20 years. Then when a new generation of voters comes, then you can be sure that the caste is gone. And let me tell you one more thing, which people may or may not know. It's a very, very important point. If you look at BJP cadre and if you look at cadre of any political party, cadre is distributed into states. Then we get into mohalla, we get into mandals. Mandals is the small unit, right? Mandals. Sir, every cadre has a caste element in it. Even Mandal Adhyaksh kaun hai, who's a deputy Adhyaksh, there's a caste element into it, right? So they will say, okay, here Agarwals are here in domination, Brahmans are domination, okay, Lingayas are, Vokalingas are here in domination. This happens. But there is one organization. In that organization's cadre, nobody knows what is the caste of the second person. You know what is that organization? RSS. Everybody is addressed by the first name. People will not know your Sree Iyer. Sree ji, Sumit ji. They will not know what is your last name. They will never be your Iyengar, Iyer, Yadav. First name matters. There is no second name. So RSS is the only organization where the cadre is humongous. RSS has so many affiliates where they again have their cadre and nobody knows the surname. Nobody knows the family name. It's not important. So this cadre, when it regenerates and when it works on the ground and gets people to vote, the impact is different. Did RSS come and help? Yes, it helped in most of the places. But was the efficiency 70%, 60% or 100% debatable? Maybe 60-70%. It was possibly not 100%. And this casteless cadre mobilizes everybody. They don't know the caste. RSS does not understand the caste. RSS is not interested in the caste. So there are things which matter. There are things which matter. And sir, what happens when you have a winning and losing margin of 4,000 votes? Every small thing matters. Correct. We are not talking of 40 lakh votes. We are talking of 4,000 votes. Every small thing matters. So the moot point of everything is INDI block is not going to stay. INDI block will not stay. Can BJP pull the numbers very, very fast? Can they build NDA up to 350? Can the 30 MPs of Congress, which I believe are in talks with BJP, can something happen there? Rahul Gandhi is elected as a leader of opposition. How he won't let the parliament function? I can give you a writing. He won't let the parliament function. Now I am even asking a question. Shouldn't Mamata's cadre and Congress's cadre in West Bengal desert her after seeing what happened to Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary? You will have a Muslim guy got in from Gujarat. They will paradrop him. 52% Muslim dominance. And this guy wins the election. Okay? Yusuf Pathan. He's not a Bengali. By no means he's a Bengali. Why did he win the election? He's a Muslim and he's a known name. So Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary babu hamare pure Bengali babu, 5 times MP, son of the soil. He loses the election to Yusuf Pathan. Can you believe it, sir? Behrampur. He loses the election to Yusuf Pathan. Ji.
Sir ji, ye karma hai. This is karma because it is the Congress that seated all these people, seated them everywhere, including Jammu area, for example, where they knew that by bringing in Rohingyas, illegal Bangladeshis also, that has now become, we have forgotten that many of the Bangladeshis are in India illegally now. They have become part of the stream, right? So this is karma for Congress. But sir, let's do one thing. Too many questions today, so we have to stop here and start taking questions. We can do a little bit of explanation there. If you don't mind, we can switch to questions now.
Sure. I just want to make one last sentence. I believe whatever has happened is a big learning. The time, the opportunity, and still the numbers on our side. We must be agile and in next 2-3 months set the things in motion and win all the coming elections and prove a point and prove to them that we still make a difference. I want to see NDA at 350. Having said that, with 240, Modi ji is still the tallest leader of the company. He could do what all the INDI Alliance put together cannot do. So they have to know it is the third best performance of BJP and third worst performance of Rahul Gandhi ji. I want to end with this. Numbers tell me that.
Thank you so much, Sumit ji. This is all catharsis. Catharsis is where you analyze, try to find out what is wrong, what is right. Many of you are very vitriolic in your observations about what I made about Annamalai, and I'll answer those questions also. Let's go and take the questions now. We are all family. I have absolutely no problem answering difficult questions. No problem. Venkatraman Iyer wants to know the 11 reasons why BJP underperformed was absolutely bang on target to a great extent. Well done, thanks. This is thank you so much, sir. This is an article. This is a video that I put out. I think it aired at 4 p.m. today. 4 p.m. today, and please, those of you who have not watched it, do watch it, because I did it much more on a database basis. This is written by my good friend Sanjeev Nair. I would love for all of you to look at his website, 𝗒𝗚𝗏𝑆𝑐𝑟𝑖.com. Do look at that. It's wonderful articles. Time waste nahi karte aapka. Har word he measures it and puts it in. Do read those articles. Next one, please. Magnet Rangaji wants to know, Namaskar, will RaGa agree to be leader of opposition, and so will that become the highest post ever he would reach? PM hope shattered forever.
He is a leader of opposition, sir. That is what the Congress want him to do. And he will accept the post because he wants to be seen as a principled contender to Prime Minister Modi. I can tell you one thing, Rahul Gandhi will never become Prime Minister in this life. That you can take a writing from me.
Next one, please. In fact, he has the same restriction as his mother had. So, and again, once they have established the template of an NAC, 100% we can tell you the same thing will happen. The top person will change. Rahul Gandhi will become the person what Sonia Gandhi was, with cabinet rank, and there will be a person going back and forth. The Prime Minister will sign whatever this decision is coming from this person. That's what's going to happen. So be ready for all these things. I see other thing, Sumit ji. There have been anecdotal evidences of Rahul Gandhi being a practicing Christian. Okay, and then this guy says, "Oh, he's a Janodari, call Brahman," and people don't challenge that. You see, पूरा चूना लगाया जा रहा है आप पर, पूरा चूना लगाया जा रहा है. You see, BJP needs to have killer instinct in some of these things. Finish करना है तो finish करो. If you think that he does not have British passport, then come out and say that there's something wrong with the data. We will not pursue. बंद करो उस केस को बंद करो, ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. ये बीच का रहकर इधर भी मारेंगे उधर भी मारेंगे, किसी को आप खत्म नहीं कर रहे हैं आप. Okay, back to you, sir.
Sir, the point here is that I think in last 5 years, Modi ji has not gone aggressively after his opponents. And though there is a Kejriwal model available, but that was picked up very, very late. If you would have aggressively gone against your opponents won't be so powerful, right? You gave them a lot of rope, and these people did what they're best at. Do you think Uddhav?
I'm sorry, we did not answer this question. Sorry about that. Anshuman Singh wants to know, sir, do you think Uddhav is key for NDA? Because if he comes back and with positively, I will still think both power can be swayed and you can break other parties, because the parties you broke are back.
I think if Uddhav comes, I don't know what will be the impact on the assembly elections, but if Uddhav comes back and you have Uddhav and Eknath ji and all, I think the old BJP Sena, what the magic they used to do, you can really contain power, you can really contain Sharad Pawar in Congress there. Though Congress has a vote bank of its own in Maharashtra, let's not forget there are some places which only vote Congress. So we cannot say that Congress is not present in Maharashtra. Congress is, but it would be a good combination. You see, Anshuman ji, you have to anyway take NDA to 350. Kuch bhi karke. If you take them to 350, then there's no problem. And I want Modi ji to be the Prime Minister for the next 5 years, because you cannot have anybody else as a Prime Minister, especially Mr. Gandhi. Then phir to ho gaya.
Next one, please. Manoj Somaji wants to know, IRG, CBN Garu has the capability to dent the alliance. What are your views on it, sir? आप कुछ कहना चाहेंगे इसके बारे में?
I think after 10 years in exile and maybe around a year, maybe 1.5 years in jail, I think Mr. CBN may not want to do it right now. After 5 or 10 years, we'll see which way the water flows.
Manojji, yeah, it is my belief that what he is saying, what I agree with what Sumit is saying, but come back for the 10 o'clock program, because Shekhar Ayerji, who knows these politicians personally, he knows Nitish Babu, he knows CBN, and he knows Modi also. Modi used to be very friendly with journalists when he was CM. They were the ones who were his eyes and ears of what was happening in Delhi. So there is a lot of stuff there. So you come back for 10 o'clock, we'll give you a more detailed response to this question. Next one, please. Sabyasachi Semwal, thank you so much. Government, thank you. Government so lenient on the CISF lady. Ek MP pe attack ho gaya, usko arrest bhi nahi kiya. There will be more such attacks if they let it go. Modi 3.0 must begin with the harshest action in this case.
Mr. Semwal, I can't agree more with you, because action has to be taken. And honestly, what Shaheen Bagh was led to simmer for 9 months led to the Kisan protest, to be honest. Because, then you thought you could just hold the government to ransom. If this lady is not given the strictest of the punishment, there'll be some whole hangama for 2, 3, 4 days. Well, let that happen. But then you will not create so many Frankensteins. Sir, I'm telling you one thing. Imagine a situation. Burhan Wani was alive. Sabzar Bhatt was alive. Other 2 MPs will be also from the jail. You will have all the J&K 3 MPs from the jail. I'm not kidding, sir. If Burhan Wani was alive and he would have contested the election, he would have won. Sabzar Bhatt would have, if a goddamn Rashid engineer can win it, why do you think Burhan Wani and Sabzar Bhatt cannot win it? He could have won. So there are things which need to be dealt with the iron hand and in the national interest. So, I mean, I answered what I want to say. I think you must have got what I'm trying to say.
Rajat Rana wants to know, Aap chha gaye, sirji. Hindu haters have reproduced like fools to defeat Modi, and yet BJP won. Coalition is a blessing in my understanding.
Dekhiye, the point here is that it's a wake-up call, my brother Rajat. It's a wake-up call, because we want people to wake up. We want people to smell reality. We want people to go up. I'll tell you one thing. Why in this country, I don't want to bring this up, but I'm bringing this up. Why in this country, Hindus have only 56 to 65% of the voting, and Muslims have 95 to 98% of the voting. I'm not telling whom you are voting right now. Why 35 to 40% of the Hindus don't vote? Kya takleef hai? You want again Sharia and Jizya to be here? Then continue like this. Why 30 to 35% of the Hindu is still not voting? Rajat Bhai, what is the answer? So, correct. The question is that Modi is still the PM. Modi is going to be the PM for next 3 years. Rahul Gandhi is still, in his opposition. And as I told you, BJP's third best performance as per data. And Congress's third worst performance as per data. If they are happy with the third worst performance, I have no thing. I can also send them a laddu by Zomato. Just I know where the Karyalaya is. I'll ask Zomato, bhaiya 1 kilo laddu de aao. Rajat ji, you can even send them a laddu. You know where it is. Akbar Road pe. Send them 5 kilo laddu lo, if you're happy with that. So, these people are just happy they could not let Modi ji 400. But, and let me tell you, sir, now Congress is a Muslim-centric polity. Kuch bhi karo aap. That is your destiny now. And if you think with 14% population you can win magic, God save you. You could do this trick once. Like Prashant Kishore used to give a lot of people those ideas. Bihari, Bahari, Bengali, non-Bengali. These all tricks. Kejriwal went with whole India. Bijli, pani free. Kya hua, sir? Did not work. Man. Did not work. So these all tricks happen, give you dividends once or twice, not MS. They have done what they had to do. And I think after this learning, it will be a new regenerated BJP.
I still hold out hope that there will be voting using your cell phone for the next big election, which is 2029. It's a must, because what Sumit ji is saying, I'm completely in consonance with him, that one election match the voting percentage of the Muslims. Okay, pura thanda pad jayega. Also another thing that, see, people, aap log thoda thande dimag se aap dekhiye. There was that Pune, Maharashtra video, right? There was a video where in a mullah, the senior mullah comes and says, "Aap यह बात मन में रखिए, उस शख्स को वोट दीजिए who has the best chance to defeat BJP." Now आपको मैं dots connect कर रहा हूँ.
भाजपा हारती है. दो कैंडिडेट को मत देखो, हिंदू मुसलमान मत देखो. जहां भाजपा हारती है वहां वोट दो. सिंपल डायरेक्टिव.
सर जी, मैं और एक और से बाहर आगे जाता हूं. Who is considered more Hindu than BJP? Shiv Sena. What that great mullah was saying, बड़े मियाँ हैं आप, बहुत ही चालाकी से सोच समझ के आपके शब्दों को पूरा वजन तोल कर आपने बात किया है. मैं आपकी तारीफ कर रहा हूं. What he is saying is, even though the candidate may be Shiv Sena, well, I'm connecting the dots. Don't worry, vote for him, because you have to defeat BJP.
Correct. Right? And you know whom I was missing in this election? Dil se, Hindu Hriday Samrat Balasaheb Thackeray ji. I was really missing that man in this election. Yeah, I hope he was there. Then Maharashtra and all would be a different picture. I really miss Balasaheb Thackeray. I really missed him, bro. Honestly, sir. I have the greatest of admiration from him.
Venkatraman Iyer wants to know, how does NDA BJP handle the situation of TMC goons creating havoc in West Bengal against BJP cadre and also the common residents? Also the narrative being set against Annamalai and TN. First part we'll take first. Go ahead.
Okay, you see, it is, I don't know where to begin. Look, Raj Dharma is development and protection both. Last time, when the state elections happened, BJP cadres were really hunted down. You have seen, the whole nation has seen. I remember Dhankarji crying. You remember those words? He was a West Bengal. He was crying. Dhankarji is a very sensitive man. He was crying. That time, the Mamata Didi's government should have been dismissed. So she would go to Supreme Court, but it would take her 6 months to 1 year to come back. Take to task all these gundas, badmashis of TMC. Ek baar theek karoge, then they will fall in line. And then next time, if they do it again, they will again go for power for 1.5 months. When Indira Gandhi could dismiss so many governments for no rhyme or reason, here you had a strong rhyme and reason to dismiss. And I'm telling you, bhai, sir, Iyer sir, as long as we don't have a president's rule in West Bengal, we cannot have a free and fair election. Because these people go after people after the elections. And somebody from Bengal was telling me, they are told if there's a booth where you have more than 60% of votes voted for BJP, hum tumhe dekh lenge. So how do you enter that? And regarding Annamalai,
Sirji,
right?
this happened. Hold on. So this happened. There was a flat complex where TMC felt it did not poll enough votes. Puri TMC utar gayi thi Paltan wahan par. This video is available. Those of you who are not on X, please get on X, because X is more freer in terms of dissemination of content. Do that. I would recommend all of you. Sir, back to you on Annamalai and Tamil Nadu.
No, it happened. They and I don't want to get into details because we will be seen propagating hate. Look for that video, you will know what happened. Now here, I strongly condemn any such acts. He is your best hope on the ground as on date. If you find a better person, then let's talk. Unless and until you find a better person, don't touch this man. He is a son of a farmer. He is an honest, 𝗤𝗚 𝗔𝙗𝘗. Why are you after his life? Now I am asking the question, if Annamalai has to go because he didn't win a seat, what about that so big Muslim cadre? What about those all Muslim chehras and netas who are in BJP? Why they don't need to go? Why do you want to have this only poor chap Annamalai go? So what has this Muslim cadre done? What have these Muslim netas done? If your number is in lakhs and you cannot win one seat in India, then why do you have that? Why do you have all of them, please? But these are the things. I mean, you cannot have one set of rules for Hindus and one set of rules for Muslims. No, people will not like it. That will be a disaster to do. I hope and pray party doesn't do it.
So here is the place that I was mentioning about. Sunrise Heights, address 134A Belaghata Main Road in ward number 36, Kolkata Municipal Corporation. Garbage, including the remains of dead animals and leathers, are being dumped outside the gates of the housing complexes and societies in Kolkata and suburbs. These kinds of punishments are being given to the residents of the housing complexes and societies where voters voted in favor of BJP for India. Auto rickshaw unions of TMC created ruckus by invading the housing societies, intimidated the residents. These kinds of treatments are meted out to the voters who voted against the AITC officials' misrule. These dirty tricks are being used to force these BJP voters to surrender to TMC. I again request blah blah blah. Dekhiye, you can see the yellow tops of the autos there in the picture. Yeah, there you go. Thank you so much. And again, हाथ जोड़कर आप लोगों से मैं विनती करता हूँ. Those of you who have big screen TVs, who bought your TVs in the recent past, watch videos on YouTube on the screen, on the big screen. Kyunki this is difficult for us, especially when things are moving so fast. We may not be able to get everything in clarity and beautiful resolution. Font size correct आएगा. थोड़ा मुश्किलात होता है. So just request to all of you, where you can easily connect your phone with the TV and watch it on the TV. Next question.
Correct.
Please.
Correct.
This is over. Next one. Just 1 second. I'm getting the next one. Mand M World wants to know. No, we did touch Annamalai part. No, we did. We touched. Mand M World wants to know, how will BJP give support to Annamalai and Madhavi Latha to shine up for the next elections?
I think both of them are fantastic assets. They are great leaders, and people like them need to be cultivated. And if I am not wrong, Annamalai and Madhavi Latha ji can be yogis in making. They can be the yogis and yogini of South. Seriously, I can see that metal in them. So now even the young leadership has to come. Young leadership, they both have the caliber. They need to be cultivated. And politics is not a Shah Rukh Khan movie. 3 घंटे में फैसला हो जाएगा. It's not a Bollywood movie wherein everyone is set in 3 hours. So to give it time, it will happen. And let's not get baffled by this drawback. There have been some issues. We'll put the house in order. The biggest learning out of this election is, I'm repeating myself, Muslims are not going to work for you. 100% Raj Dharma, 80-20 Rajniti.
And I still stand by my observation that AIMIM, especially in Uttar Pradesh, is BJP's B team. If AIMIM had not contested some of the seats, BJP ki halat bahut hi kharab hoti thi. Just go back and look at the margin of victory and how many votes AIMIM hold in those places. So, next one. This is all elections, guys. This is all politics. I poke fun at 𝙒𝙖𝘁𝙗𝘆 But we are, it's like, I'm also appreciating what he's doing. Look, the thing is, we are all Indian, Bhartiyas at the end of the day. We need to look at it that way. Okay, here, there, some things will happen. But make sure you don't make mistakes, you don't make self-goals. Thank you so much. 𝗖𝗚 अरे नंबर बोलो यार, डबलो में रुके तो कैसे? 1 है, 2 है, 3 है. हाँ, नवीन कोता जी, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपको. How much money did DMK spend in elections?
ये तो श्री सर बोलेंगे.
Naveen ji, you will never find out, because I'm hearing some outrageous numbers. 7,500 per voter in some places in Coimbatore. Similar numbers bandied in every constituency where the BJP had a chance. Those are the guys who cleaned up big. They were the ones who were given the most amount of money, is what I'm hearing. Again, look, this is something that is known. Can't BJP outspend DMK once? Because the moment they find out that BJP can outspend you, this hatyar is gone. Period. That's why I'm saying, the moment the M's realize that the H's will also be coming and voting in the same percentages, it is game over.
And I sincerely want to add one point, sir. Why 35% of the Hindus or 40% of the Hindus are still not voting? Kya problem hai bhai? Why you are not voting? Why you are not? If you would have voted 100%, then the results will be altogether different. Other communities voting 98% and you are voting 60%. What do you expect a Sree Iyer or Sumit Peer or Modi ji to do a magic? How are we going to do the magic? Ultimately, vote will count, bhai. It is about your vote only. None of us can do the magic. Votes will talk. So, we have to also realize what are our mistakes.
Shankar VK wants to know, Sumit ji, how do we overcome the illusion of government jobs and reservations spread by the Congress SP combined, when we know government jobs are diminishing even for class 4?
Shankar sir, I want to make one point. It is very important. The number of people employed by any government of the world is not more than 3% of the population. हिंदी में बोलूंगा, दुनिया में कोई भी सरकार 3% से ज्यादा लोगों को सरकारी नौकरी नहीं दे रही है पूरे विश्व में. So 97% of the people, worst case, best case, do not have government jobs. But here the canard is being born that it's a government job. What we have to get? What is the definition of a job? Definition of a job in economy is opportunity to earn rozgar ke avsar. Now I don't have a job, neither government nor private, right? Sree Iyer ji doesn't have a job, neither government nor private. So are we perpetually unemployed and unemployable? How are we feeding ourselves? How are we paying taxes? No, we don't. He doesn't have a job, I don't have a job. So government to chodo, sarkari, private bhi nahi hai. So are we perpetually unemployed? So all our business people who are in business are shopkeepers of India perpetually unemployed. Our transporters of India perpetually unemployed. Our truckers of India perpetually unemployed. All the doctors who are practicing, are they perpetually unemployed? So this notion has to be cleared in the society. Well, let me tell you, in UP, Yogi Adityanath ji gave 4.5 lakh jobs. 4.5 lakh jobs. He increased the old age pension. He did a lot of things. I can share the numbers with you, but this is not a platform. The challenge here is, as long as government is creating opportunities to earn, that should be good enough. But this sarkari nokri ka concept has to go, because how many sarkari nokris are there? I would love BJP to come up with a number of sarkari nokris in every state and in India and say how many are filled, how many are empty. Let's say even if you have, even if we have total 10 lakh sarkari nokris empty in the whole of the India, I'll say, okay, 10 lakh nokris given. What happens to balance 99.99% of the people? So let people know this is not a sustainable thing. Let people know this is not something which can employ millions and all of them. Government jobs are a very small, strata of the complete employment subsystem. As long as there's an opportunity to earn, you are in a job. What job ka definition economics mein kya hai? Opportunity to earn. Hindi mein rozgar ke avsar, right?
Next one, please. Subramanian Vishwanathan wants to know, does the future elections be played on freebies and cash dispensation by opposition? If so, what should be the alternatives available for BJP, or BJP should succumb to?
I think freebies are not working, sir. They have not worked. Freebies, at least we are out of this. Yes, caste has come up a bit. It has only come up in UP. It has not even come up in West Bengal. West Bengal is a law and order issue. Now, caste is like a spring, sir. I'll show you an analogy. You imagine there are sofa. Those sofas have those springs, right? So, caste is like a spring. If you put a very heavy weight of Hindutva, Hindu pride and all in it, springs will not be able to come up. If that weight is halka, the springs will throw the weight out. So you have to make sure there's a very, very heavy weight on those springs, and that remains for next 2 or 3 decades. After that, the springs will completely be like this. By that time, if the weight goes low, caste will come up, because there are politics. Look, Samajwadi's politics is based on caste. Hamara 𝗤𝙬𝙤 𝗢𝘗𝘁's politics is based on caste. All of these regional parties, most of them worked on caste and linguistic divides. So they will keep on looking for every opportunity to bring up these divides. But can you keep these divides under control? That is the question. That is the question. And I really, really want one side where this government ki naukri ka pachda is settled. Itna government ki naukri, itna occupied, itna empty. Let's decide that all over India, there will be that 20 lakh no jobs available. But will 20 lakh jobs suffice for all the youth of the India? No. Then what government ki naukri? I think somewhere down the line, the numbers which our people have to give, what I am known on TV, especially, is I have numbers for everything at my heart and mind. I am able to present my arguments with numbers. The problem here is people come and they don't have numbers. They talk of perception. Nahi, aisa kuch nahi hai, ye kuch nahi hai. So numbers have to be made visible, and anybody should be able to check numbers. I should be able to go to a site and check how many government nokris are there and call it a day.
Next question, please. Zara jaldi kare, 30 seconds per question. Soham, thank you so much. Sir, Bangladesh PM Hasina's MP was deleted in Bengal by CIA, and now Modi won and Hasina is in Delhi. RN Mamata Bano calls government illegal. What is cooking? Our own.
It's a complex thing what we have with West Bengal. With Bengal. I think Bangladesh, I think there is, if you ask me, brother, Bangladesh personally, based on my sources and my intel on the ground, I see there's a lot of trouble brewing. I think Modi ji got her to get her on her side. I don't even understand why Muzu was called. I have no idea. Even Muzu was called. Why is Muzu?
He's coming. Yeah.
Why is Muzu called? Why is Muzu required? I don't know. Luckily, Pakistan was not called, and Pakistan did not congratulate us. Neither we had to at least bother to scratch a few words on the Twitter. That would have costed us a lot of effort. So thankfully, they didn't tweet us. But this is what is wrong. Mamata Didi can keep on saying what she wants to think about the government. It's her prerogative. She can say she even thinks this. She even thinks that and at 240 Modi doesn't have the mandate to rule, but at 33 seats she has the mandate to rule. She has the mandate to become the prime minister. Well, perceptions don't have limitations. What can I say?
I think this is my good friend Colonel Ajay Raina. Mr. Iyer, you are wrong about Annamalai vote share increase. Can you just put up the numbers, please? Okay, this is Anand Narasimhan. Thank you. He's a good brother of mine. He works at you know where he works. He's the anchor, very, very good guy. And he has put out this data about the voting percentages of various BJP candidates in Tamil Nadu. Now, if you see, Coimbatore, Annamalai made 32.8. Remember, I think we had told the winning margin has to be 38%. So he missed out by 5%. And this is Sri Kumar Kannan's number, JVC Sriram's number, Sriram Seshadri's number. 38% was needed at a minimum. What happened? 1 week before the elections, the ADMK candidate stopped campaigning completely. Guy did not even show up. So they knew that there was a planned vote transfer taking place between ADMK cadres over to the DMK candidate. That's why I really flipped when I saw that one of the, I think it was Times poll, exit poll, saying that the person who's going to be winning is a ADMK candidate. Exit poll is galat hai. You wanted to come in because I have a few more observations. Go ahead.
Sure. I think, sir, even at 32.8, guy did a fantastic job. Fantastic job. He could not get 38. 32.8 is not bad. But why do you want to crucify him? For what? Kyun? Kya galti ki isne?
And scroll down a little bit, please. Look at that number. Kanyakumari, Pon Radhakrishnan polled the highest for BJP at 35.6%. But you know why that was not enough? He needed to poll close to 50.1. Why? This is a complete Christian versus Hindu 50-50 kind of a constituency, and the casting vote is given by people such as the Muslims there. Also, there are people called as Nadar Christians. They are kind of Hindu, but they are also Christian. So it depends upon which way they go. That decides the vote. So Ajay Raina ji, I agree that in the contested seats, the BJP percentage is close to 19.6%. But see what they did. Please understand, all of us viewers, let's understand. DMK took these 23 seats. They know how to win elections. This is where they poured the money. This is where they strategized with ADMK and said, look, this guy is bad for both of us. Let us ensure his defeat and his party's defeat. Okay. And in the process, some bad, harsh words were said by some people within the BJP party against each other. Chalo, ho gaya, pressure cooker ka release ho gaya hai? Steam release ho gaya hai? Abhi to theek hai na andar? That's what we have to think and just keep moving forward. But thank you, my friend Colonel Raina ji, for asking this question. Next one. Super sticker MK, thank you so much. Thank you, Narayanan ji, for becoming YouTube member. Thank you, Pete Ramkishan, for your super sticker. Thank you, Mand M World. Thank you, Geeta Ahuja ji. Thank you, Soham. The first post usurped in Andhra was TTD chairman by Pawan Kalyan brother. We should forget freeing temple, sir. First is to let World War finish and act. I don't know what he's meaning by that.
Abhi World War mein time hai bhai. It will be 2029 or 30. We are still 4-5 years to go. Let's have the government sworn in tomorrow. 7:15, I think Modi ji is taking the oath. Let him take the oath. And then, by the grace of God, if Amit bhai can pull the NDA to 350 very, very fast and do is what he's good at, then don't relieve. 5 saal baad, we will have next election after 5 years. And in 5 years, we will have enough tactics and tricks to break this newfound formula of the opposition. Next year, I can tell you, after 5 years, they won't be even able to use these tricks. One thing is very sure, sir. I don't know how much did Modi ji lose or gain. I don't know how much did Rahul Gandhi lose or gain, but one person lost it completely today. That is the Muslim voter of India. It is gone for them. Politics has changed. Mujhse likhwa ke le lo. You can take it in writing for me. The politics for them has changed. It has changed. The fillers I'm getting from every year, it has changed.
Dr. Chetan, thank you so much. Kripashankar Singh of Mumbai, who launched the propaganda book 2611 RSS ki Sazish, along with ranked Islamists, this time a BJP candidate from Jaunpur.
ये मैंने बोला था sir. This is exactly whom I was mentioning about in my monologue. I know Dr. Chetan ji. I mentioned this in my monologue. I really am baffled, sir. I have no explanation. Sir, I don't know whom to ask forgiveness and all. I have no explanation for this. I'm short out of words. It's very unusual that I am short out of words. I don't know why this Dr. Kripashankar Singh was given this. I have no idea, sir.
Next one, please. Thank you, Naveen Kotadi. Chances of UK stock market crash after July 4th पहले ही होना शुरू हो जाएगा. आप बोलिए.
हो जाएगा, and our stock markets are back again. So people who are telling me, Sumit bhai, we lost money, now today you should be happy. Nobody lost money. Huh? That's hang on tough.
Next one, please. And then thank you so much. If BJP does pro-Hindu reforms, national and international conspirators will try to malign India. How to tackle that?
You know, we have to go beyond these conspirators and trying to malign India. India is 1.4 billion people. We are, every 6th person on planet Earth is a Indian. Every, fifth person is Indian, every 6th person is a Hindu. Let's hit to our size. And if we do anything pro-Hindu, is not against Muslim. If we free temples, what is against Muslim in that? If uniform civil code is, and what is against Muslims in that? If Waqf board is dismantled, what does a common person get from the Waqf board? If this halal certificate is dismantled, how does it impact a normal Muslim? It does not. Even when I buy a packet of Maggi and I have see a halal certificate on it, I and a Salim is paying the same price. Sumit and Salim is paying and some maybe around 5 rupees for that certificate. So and I don't think both of us need it. So these notions have to be given out. And I was very categorical in some of the debates wherein said there are some things which have to be goddamn done. You like it, you don't like it. I don't like to pay tax. I don't want to pay 33% tax here. What does that mean? Should I not pay tax? So मैं tax नहीं दूंगा, मैं आधार कार्ड नहीं बनवाऊंगा, मैं पैन कार्ड नहीं बनवाऊंगा. So what is like? There is nothing called a like. Beyond that time, beyond a point, there is nothing called goddamn like. This is what it is.
Next one, please. Thank you, Soham, again. Sir, if Gandhis get LOPs in RS and LS, can Modi punish them on National Herald? Congress party thinks they will get sympathy wave if Sonia dies before 2029.
I think whatever Congress had to do, my brother Soham, they have already done. They have peaked. And tuta futa system cannot run the, I'm not trying to demean anybody, but imagine you have an old ambassador car, which is now not in production and all. Now, if you take it to Noida racetrack, can it beat a Ferrari? No, it cannot. Even I think Congress is that car which has peaked. This is the peak performance of Congress. It is going to go down the drain from here. It will not peak more than that. But BJP has to get into a attack mode now. Attack. No relent. Don't relent. Mission means no mercy.
Thank you, Onkar Kanbarkar. I don't think this government will function more than a year or two. Coalition requires some level of compromises. I don't think it is in nature habit for Modi and Amit Shah. What do you think? And Yogi. Thank you so much, Onkarji.
Onkarji, what I would say here is it depends. Coalition is okay. But if the numbers climb up to 325, 350, then the two aspects or the elements which you are thinking about, they will have no incentives to break the ship. There should be an incentive to storm the ship, right? If there is no incentive left to storm the ship, there is no alternate ship which can be formed. So nobody rocks the ship. Yeah, there will be some natak, some drama and all. It will keep on continuing. Who could have thought Aam Aadmi Party will support on 370 and Congress will oppose? But 370 went through. There are a lot of things where BJP did not have the numbers, but they managed to get the numbers. So these people also know it is important for them to be in power, sir. Out of power, there are nobody. Chandrababu Naidu, I've seen Naidu ji crying one day when he was in police custody. And remember, it was Lokesh who met Amit Shah ji, then he went. That is how Chandrababu ji was finally managed to get out of the jail. Let's not forget that. And why can't Jagan today join NDA? What stops Jagan from joining NDA? What stops BJD from joining NDA? Logically, there are so many other parties they can join. And there's some the grapevine talk is 30 Congress MPs are in touch with BJP. So let's see how it happens. I want Indians to be less than 150 and NDA to be above 350. Phir maja aayega. Then we'll see who will rock the vote and when. For tension nahi hai. Khul ke khelenge. And you know what, sir? They have scratched Modi this time. If you scratch him, that's not the right thing you should do. Don't scratch Modi ji. Yeah? He will be 10 times more aggressive. Take my word on this. He'll be 10 times more aggressive this time.
We have till 10 questions to go through. One, not more than 30 seconds, Sirji, please. Thank you. Rohit Kalatur ji, aapka question hai how to counter Western academic anti-India discourse. Why bother about it? Go ahead.
We don't have to bother about it. We have to build a bigger narrative. There are people like me. There are a lot of people like us who can build much bigger narratives. Let's fund a few more initiatives, build much bigger narratives, and
next one, please. Thank you, Dushan Sharma ji. Ram ji, Punjab is on its way to becoming J&K and West Bengal. If Modi doesn't win Hindu hearts this time, he must make way for Yogi now. Yogi next, not Shah.
Well, Sharma ji, that is the thing. Only the time will decide. I know in politics there is nothing permanent. There is nothing, no situation. There is nothing always a no-go area. So it's politics works on the shades of grey. So let's see how the things shape up, how things work up. Punjab is not too bad for BJP. Yeah? With 3-4 seats, it's not too bad for BJP having no cadre. But with the cadre and all, there's a good chance. I was very disheartened with Taranjit Singh Sandhuji losing. I was very disheartened with Mrs. Captain Amrinder Singh losing. These were the two candidates which really, I was really personally disheartened. I wanted both of them to win.
They polled better percentages than Akali Dal.
Yeah, Akalis were only at 1 seat, sir. Only Behan, Harsimran Kaur Badal won. Rest all lost. Only 1 seat, sir. Let's not forget that. So it was not too bad for BJP. Yeah, it was not too bad. But if Sandhu Saab and Mrs. Amrinder Singh would have won, that would be something. Kuch na maja aa jata.
Next one, please. Kiran Meda wants to know. Thank you so much, Kiran ji. Why wouldn't BJP change NCERT education in 10 years?
It was changed, sir. A lot of new curriculums are in. But even honestly speaking, much more could have been done. I think what they have done is around 60%, 30-40% more has to be done. And if history has some things which are murderous in nature, let's talk about that. Let's not hide the facts.
Next one. Naveen Khota ji, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपको. India has been business oriented, not naukri wala.
Arey bhai, Naveen ji, 𝗤𝙧 𝙬𝙀𝘀, I can't agree more with you. As I told you, nobody in the country, and was more 3% people are employed by the government. So 97% people are on their own. Now, where does this naukri come in? And that too, sarkari naukri, sir. Ab Sree Iyer ji aur main to perpetually unemployed hai. I don't know about you. Maybe you're also part of our club. We should also fill Rahul Gandhi ka form, sir. वो 8,500 वाला. You and me. I can fill for you. Send me the details.
Kiran Meda wants to know. Thank you, Kiran Meda ji. Why BJP gave ticket to Kripashankar Singh, who released the book 2611 RSS ki Sazish?
मैं तो Kiran Meda ji, I will join my hands and I will say, I have no reason, no logic. Even if I take this bottle and hit it on my head, still I will get no logic of this. This is a disaster.
Thank you, Jairam. Media hype kept voters away from stop exit poll facade. You can't stop such things, Jairam ji. It's
I went, sir, what happened? I talked to some pollsters. They told me what happens is exit polls, usually, let's say they talk to 10 people. Out of them, they even talk to Muslims. So the people from the Muslim community, they said we voted for development. That is where the things went wrong. मुद्दा क्या है? Development है जी. It was never development. What you rightly said, Sri sir, even Shiv Sena को भी वोट देना तो दे दो अगर भाजपा वहां हारती हो. It was not development. I have been on TV news channels extensively. 4 days I was there. किसको वोट development, but when the result came out, development तो दिखी नहीं. हाँ, disaster जरूर दिखा.
Uma ji, thank you so much. Trust me, Annamalai will be CM in next assembly elections.
तथास्तु.
लेकिन एक चीज है, see, the way somebody will win is they have to first start winning consistently at panchayat level. You win at panchayat level, then you win at taluk level, then you win at district level. That's when the mobilization is more complete. You drive through Tamil Nadu today, 100 political flags, you will see one BJP, one maybe. That is the reality.
I would give it 10 years, sir. I'm saying on P Gurus, 10 साल लगेंगे, 5 साल में नहीं होगा. 10 साल में you can be as a realistic number. But this man is going to make it.
Next one, please. सोमनाथ बोस जी, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. ओडिशा ट्रेन एक्सीडेंट का कुछ नया पता चला?
नहीं बोस साहब, अभी कोई नई इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं आई है. There is very limited information in the media, and that is what all we hope. And Jai Jagannath, because of Jai Jagannath, because of Baba Jagannath, Sree Hari Vishnu, still we are in power. Else, if 20 seats of Orissa were not there.
Next one, please. Thank you, Manjusha Praveen, for your super sticker. And with this, we conclude our program today. Let's take the blessings of Mahadevji, and then we'll be back again with Shekhar Iyer ji. Over to you, sir.
Sir, on that note, I will request everybody to like, share, and subscribe. Put it on your WhatsApp group so that it reaches the wider audiences, because we have been throttled today. I'm being very honest with you. I have been throttled personally. So, but that's okay. I don't mind. So, Bharat Mata ki jai, Vande Mataram, and Har 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 Mahadev.
Mahadev.
𝗤𝙗𝑇 Thank you.